Hi, today I will be testing the RX 570. I will be using the 8GB model of the card with an i5 10400F and 16GB of RAM at 2666 MHz. So let's see how it runs these games. We are now in GTA 5. We are playing at 1080p resolution with high settings, I think. It doesn't have a preset, but I think this could be called high settings. So let's test it. Okay, 70 FPS, 80 FPS, 80, 70. So it will be always be over 60s, I think. Over 60s, sorry. At least in the city. Then we will see forest or grass areas like mountains that are more demanding. But yeah, let's make a mess around here and see what happens. Let's cause some explosions. Okay, 80s, 70s. The game looks and runs pretty decent, I think. Okay, I just exploded my car, great. It's hard to look at the FPS and play at the same time, but yeah, I think it's always over 60. Okay, a helicopter. Let's see if we can make it explode. Okay, we took it down. It doesn't drop from 60s, never, for now. Well, I'm dead, but yes, we saw that it runs pretty good and it looks pretty good too. So let's go to a dense grass area and see if it runs this well. Well, now we are near the mountains. It's always over 60. We'll see now in a dense grass area. We have the police chasing me, so yep. Okay, we'll get into the motor. Okay, 60 FPS, 63, 66, 67. It doesn't drop from 64 now. 70s, 65. Remember that the grass is on high, so it looks good. Yeah, okay, 50s, okay, low 50s, high 50s. Yeah, it drops a little bit, but not that much. I thought it was gonna drop a little bit more in the grass area, Okay. Okay. We still good. We still okay. So yeah, it doesn't drop very much. It runs pretty well in these dense areas, so you could play like this on high settings and had a, I don't know, yeah, 60 FPS experience. It drops a little bit on this kind of areas, but it's still being a 60 FPS experience. So yeah, that's it. Well, here we are in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now we're playing at display and graphics. High settings, we'll set it on ultra and see what happens. Highest settings. Display 1080p, you know, so yeah. Ultra settings 1080p, let's see how it runs. Okay, here we are. Ultra settings, very demanding area, a lot of trees, mountains, water, people, houses, and we're having, yeah, higher than 40 FPS all the time. I think it doesn't drop. Let's go through here. Yeah, 46 FPS, 44, over 40s. So okay, this is actually great for ultra settings in a demanding area like this. I think this is one of the most demanding areas of the game. But yeah, it's actually very playable. It runs pretty good. Think that I'm recording this, so maybe you will reach higher FPS with the same graphic card. Not too much, but maybe some more FPS. Yeah, let's get into the water, but I think it won't drop from 40s. No, this it doesn't drop. This game looks amazing on ultra settings.
Am I supposed to know what it says?
So
Could mean anything.
hi kid. So yeah, we're looking at this waterfall, mountains, and it doesn't drop from 40s. 41, 42. So yes, this is great. Now see how it runs on high settings. Display and graphics, high. Let's see how it runs. Okay, 53, 49, 50s maybe, I think. Low 50s. Okay. Low 50s, 51, 50. And yes, it's very playable. Very playable. You're obviously not seeing 55 FPS or the FPS that you're reaching here because I'm recording at 30 FPS locked because I don't want the video to be very heavy. But yeah, 55, 56, getting into the water. Okay, it dropped into the 40s. But yes, I will be very happy playing this game like this in high settings, 50s. And yes, I think these are the results. If you want more FPS, you can play on medium obviously. I don't really recommend it because this is one of the most demanding areas and it's over 50s. But yeah, these are the results. Pretty amazing, I think. Now we are on CSGO. We will be playing at 1080p with the default settings. Most of things are on high, some are very high, some things are disabled. But yeah, we could say these are medium or high settings. So let's play. Okay, we're playing now with default settings and it's always over 150 FPS maybe. Now we'll see. But yeah, I think it's always over 150. No, 144. Yeah, but 200. Okay, I'm dead. But yep, it's pretty good. I think that 144 Hz monitor would be worth it with this card. I'm playing for CSGO obviously at the settings. I got scared. Okay. Well, I think we saw enough for now. It's completely playable, competitive experience with high settings. So let's go to the next game. Here we are now at The Witcher 3. We are playing it at video graphics ultra settings. We will test it on ultra and see what happens. 1080p. So yep, let's play. Well, here we are, ultra settings, 40 FPS. Yeah, I think, yeah, 40. It's 45, 43. Okay, I thought this would run at 60 FPS on ultra. I don't know why. This is the first time I test this game with this graphic card. Yeah, it's actually dropping into the 30s. So yeah, this is like a console experience. Yeah, I thought this would be like 60 FPS, maybe more than 60, but let's change the configurations. Okay, let's change this to high and see what happens now. Okay, 50s, 50s, 50 FPS. This is more, well, it was playable before 40s, 30s, but yeah, it's like a console experience. Maybe it looked better than in a console, but I mean a console like PS4, Xbox One. But yeah, it's now in 50s. No, 50. I mean, it doesn't move from 50. It's like locked. But yeah, now it's very playable. I would obviously play it in high settings, not ultra, because it's like 15, yeah, 15 more FPS. But yeah, this is actually pretty good. I don't even remember very well how to play this. I didn't play this game for like 1 year now. Yeah, I don't know. Yep, it runs pretty good. I think we should go to a town or a village to see what happens, so we will go there. Well, now we are getting into the village. 50, 50, 50, and it's not dropping. I think it won't drop, maybe into the 40s, but okay, 49, 46, 47, but yeah, it's not bad. 48 here in a saloon. 49, 48. I mean, it's very playable. It looks pretty good. And yeah, 41. Okay, low 40s, low 40s, 50s. I think it doesn't drop into the 30s, but I don't know what I am doing. I'm seeing the FPS, but yeah, 45, 47. Let's test it on medium. Why not? Graphics, medium. Let's see what happens here. Okay, my hair changed, but yeah, now it's on 50 FPS. Wait, is this locked on 50 FPS? No, no, unlimited FPS. But yeah, 50s. Now we are outside, and yeah, it's still on 50 FPS. So yeah, I would obviously play it on high or medium settings. It looks pretty decent. Yeah, I would obviously not play this in ultra settings with this card because it drops into the 40s, 30s. You can, but it's a console experience. It's not bad, but I would obviously prefer more FPS. So yep, this is it mostly. Well, here we are, Far Cry 3, 1080p at ultra settings. So yeah, there's an enemies camp here. 83 FPS, 70 FPS, 81, 79, 84. But yeah, I think it will always run over 60, but let's test it. This is a very beautiful game. I really enjoyed it. Not only because of its colors, it's a very colorful and alive game. It has got a very interesting campaign. So yeah, if you didn't play it, it's from 2012 and it's still very enjoyable and better than games like Far Cry 5. I think that it was pretty boring for me, in my opinion. Okay, get. And where's the other guy? Here. Okay. Yeah, now we will get into a car and drive and see how it runs. But I think it will always run over 60. This card it's too much for this game. It's an old game, so it doesn't have any reason to drop from 60. '90s, 91, 85, 86, 78, 81. Some guys shooting here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it drops with a vehicle explosion. 91. Is there any vehicle here? No, but I will explode this car. I don't care. Let's see what happens. No, 80s. It's alright. And yeah, let's try to make it really explode. Okay, again. 80s. Okay. Finally, 70s. Yeah, it doesn't drop from 60s with explosions. But yep, I think it won't drop from 60 FPS. If if you want to play this game, you obviously can. Ultra settings, very beautiful experience, 60 FPS, 1080p. If you want to play it on higher resolution, will drop 1440p or 4K. It will obviously won't run at 60 FPS. In 1080p ultra settings, it's completely playable. Where do I have to go here? Oh, I'm saving. I didn't see that. Well, here we are, just looking around, and it okay, 100 FPS, 90s, but yeah, okay, 50s. Okay, it dropped there, it dropped here, 57. Okay, 59. I didn't think this was going to happen. Obviously, it it's more than 60 FPS experience, but yeah, it dropped there. So yeah, flying around, I think it doesn't drop either. 77, 73, 78, 79, 78. Yeah, it's it's very playable. It won't drop from 60, so I think we can leave it here. I will land and we'll pass to the next game. Well, now here we are in Doom Eternal. We are playing at 1080p with the highest settings. Everything is on Ultra Nightmare. So let's see how it goes. Okay, it's over 60s for now. We're not fighting with any demon or anything like that, but it's okay. 59, 100, 67, 70, 80, 85, some in the 80s, then explosion, 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s. Okay, this is great. It's on the high settings and it's running pretty well. Over 60 FPS most of the time. Sometimes it drops into the 50s, but yeah, this is really decent. It's a really good looking game. It's very nice to play it in this settings. Okay. Yep, it's running pretty good. I never played it on Ultra Nightmare before because I was playing with a GTX 1660 Ti and it had 6 gigabytes of VRAM, and here we're using more than 6 gigabytes. So yes, if you have the 4 gigabyte model of this card, you won't, I mean, you can't play it on these settings. Let's see in which settings you could play it with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Ultra maybe? No? High? Okay, maybe on high, catching some things, changing them. Medium, reflections quality on medium 2, I don't know, motion blur medium, lights medium, water medium, texture filtering quality on, I don't know, geometry quality medium. Okay, maybe on medium settings. Yes, on medium settings you can play it with the 4 GB model of the card. I mean, it's not bad. And yeah, I'm seeing that the frame rate doesn't change too much, but yes, if you have the 4 GB model of this card, okay, because I'm playing an Ultra Nightmare. Okay, let's save the settings. Okay, now we're playing with medium settings. It doesn't look equal, but it's still pretty good. Over 100 FPS, 90 FPS. So yep, let's set it on Ultra Nightmare again. So apply changes, and yes, here we are. For Doom Eternal, you will need the 8 GB model of the card if you want to play it on Ultra Nightmare. If not, you will have to play it on medium or high, changing some things. Well, this game is running pretty decent. It's running pretty good. Always over 60 FPS. I mean, have no problems running it. Again, the 8 GB model of the card, the 4 GB won't do the job this well. But yes, in medium settings, you can play it, and it's still looking pretty good. This game in ultra settings looks really beautiful. Sorry if you see these strange lines on the screen, it's because I have these things disabled so we can see the real FPS. That's the reason, because you maybe are seeing these strange lines. Okay, we're going pretty well. I hate this side. Okay, I don't have enough fuel. Well, I think we saw it doesn't drop from 60 FPS, so yeah, you can play Doom Eternal at Ultra Nightmare settings at 60 FPS with an RX 570. Not with the 4 GB model of the card, because the VRAM is just not enough. You will be able to play it at 60 FPS, but at medium settings. So yep, that's it. Well guys, the video ends here. Thanks for watching. I think that we saw that this card makes a great job with all kind of games, esports, campaign games, older or newer. You can play everything. With the 8 GB model of the card, you will be able to play games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider or Doom Eternal at high or ultra settings. If you are interested in playing these games at high settings, you should pick the 8 GB model of the card. If you're not interested in this kind of games, just esports or older games, or you just don't mind playing them on medium settings, I think the 4 GB model it's okay. In both cases, it's a great graphic card. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give love to it, and see you soon.